so I really love straights. My label want me to move back to LA. She say, lucky, I'm proud of you. My bitch like, nigga, don't even say thanks.
Alright, what's good YouTube? We're finally back with another video, and you guys see the title. Today I got for y'all some shooting badges that will turn your build into a pure sharp. Okay, now obviously this is going to be shooting build, so if you made a Dwight Howard build, don't ask why he's not Ray Allen. Okay, you know the answer to that question. Alright, now just for this upload, let's try to aim for 100 likes. I know a lot of y'all have been asking me for my new badge setup after the patch and just since my last video, so if you guys do want to go ahead and check that one out, there are some things that I discussed in that video that I'm really not going to talk about today. So if you missed that one, I have an iCard link to it at the top. All right, make sure I go ahead and check that one out, and like I said, like this video and subscribe if you're new. But let's get started. All right, so the first badge I want to talk to y'all about is Hot Start. Okay, now I was honestly put onto this by one of my homies, C4, and he was telling me that Hot Start was a really good badge. So I know 2K Labs recently, like I think last night, had just dropped a video on this, and really I already had this video planned to make, so it was really just, I guess, lined up perfectly for me to talk about it. And this footage is kind of old. Okay, now it's not like a week or two old or anything like that. You can obviously see the Halloween skin on the park, but like I'm not wearing this fit no more and stuff like that. So this footage is probably from about like four or 5 days ago when I was really testing out this badge, and I honestly found out for myself before 2K Labs posted the video that this badge is super valid. Okay, now one thing I will tell y'all, like off top, this badge is probably better for anybody who has more than 20 or 22 shooting badges. So if you have less than that, I'm not really sure if it's technically the move for you unless you don't use difficult shots. Okay, so one thing that I could definitely tell you right now is you should be using range extender as high as you can go, green machine, and hot zone hunter. Hot zone hunter is literally one of the most important badges, especially if you're not like an elite jump shot timer. Okay, so hot zone hunter, range extender, green machine, make sure those are all maxed as high as you can go, and then from there on you can kind of like pick and choose what you feel is best or what you think you should go for next. So this is where I think Hot Start really comes into play, and then you can really start, you know, switching the badges around and seeing what works best for you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm using right now. So if you're a sub, you know my playstyle is a little bit different. I definitely take a lot of step backs and stuff like that. So I'm using Difficult Shots Hall of Fame, I'm using Green Machine, Range Extender, and Hot Zone Hunter. I'm also using Hot Start on Silver, and I'm using Volume Shooter on Bronze and Clutch Shooter on Bronze as well. So for a short period of time, I will let y'all know right now, I did take Difficult Shots down to Gold, and I didn't actually put the gameplay in the video because I don't know, it just wasn't as good as like some of the other ones, but I was still able to green pretty much the same level. So if you are like good at taking step backs and fades still after the patch, then gold will get the job done, especially if you don't take a lot of them. Now once I did that, I also let y'all know I bumped clutch shooter up to silver. But if you guys have more badges than I do, say you have like 23, you could go Deadeye, and then also Deadeye Bronze, and then also do Clutch Shooter on Silver. I'm hearing Deadeye Bronze and Hall of Fame are literally like the same. And then if you're not really that great at shooting, Flexible Release is honestly still a really good badge. Like this year, I don't really have a problem with anybody using the badge because it's pretty valid. All right, so this is what I'm running right now, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some stats about these badges and how they've actually been tested and, you know, proven, and it's not just word of mouth. So I'll probably put it on the screen about right now about Hot Start and the bonuses that you get. But the bonus of Hot Start, like if you're shooting like the center of the green window, you're getting like almost a 7% increase on your chance of making a shot, and then at the edge of the green window it's a plus 8%. Okay, now the only thing about this badge, guys, is that obviously as soon as you miss a shot, you lose your bonus. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're taking good shots to start these games off. But me personally, you guys see the gameplays, I think it's worth it, because if you take good shots and don't just settle for nonsense or stuff like that, you will be able to get a pretty good lead on your opponents. And honestly, with the park and 2K not being like super comp or like super hard to really be good at the game right now, almost anything goes. So you honestly need that lead if you're playing against, you know, a bot, or you playing against a dude who sweats in stage every day. Okay, so you guys see the stats and you guys also see the gameplay. All right, so now the other badge I want to talk to y'all about, that is volume shooter. Okay, so my personal problem I don't know what this is, but I really don't hit a lot of whites with flexible. That's why I don't use it. But for some reason, when I use volume shooter, my whites go in more, okay? And the increase on the badge is really nothing crazy. I'll have it on the screen too. Honestly, y'all, this is another case of last year. So I probably made a video on one of my badge upgrade or badge videos, whatever it was, last year on 2K20, and badges on lower levels last year were better than some on Hall of Fame and stuff like that. And that's low-key the case with volume shooter. So honestly, I'll tell you this right now, if you're not a guy like me who takes pretty much all the shots and stuff like that in 2s or in 3s or something like that, I wouldn't recommend using this badge anything higher than bronze, okay? So it's pretty much, you got to be all in or you got to be all out with it, okay? So you can use bronze because bronze is better than silver and gold volume shooter, and it has been tested by 2K Labs. And then Hall of Fame is still actually really good. It's actually better than bronze. But the thing is, guys, this badge, you're only getting a bonus after between like a minute and 30 seconds, like between shots. So you, like I said, bro, in 2s, y'all see the gameplay, we have 14 points. I have 14 points because I pretty much shoot most of the shots, and that's a lot of times because I be chasing gameplays and stuff like that. But if you're not taking all the shots, I wouldn't rock this badge anything higher than bronze, okay? And yeah, like I said, bro, I don't know why, but for me personally, I hit way more whites with volume shooter on than when I do with flexible. Can't tell you why, but that's just me personally. Now, another badge that I do want to talk to y'all about is difficult shots, okay? So I know a lot of people have probably like written this badge off because fades were nerfed, and you know, we did have a little situation where we had like a player in the community who was kind of exposed for cheating because he seemed like he was still goated with the fades. I'll tell you this right now, y'all know how I play. The fades are definitely not the same. So if you're not really good at timing these, I would not take them, okay? But if you kind of know what you're doing, the bonus that you're getting is still worth it, okay? Now, another thing I will point out to you guys, and I'll probably be talking about it more in another video, is the fact that you should be using step backs more than fades. I don't know if it's just I don't think moving shots in general got nerfed. I could be wrong, but I can green the hell out of some step backs. But like some fades and stuff, it's a little bit tough. And I'm not really like the fade king because it's not exciting play, but my spin jumpers and step backs are still greening when I'm leaning. So yeah, you could take that for what you want. But I'll have the graphic on the screen of the bonuses that you're getting from difficult shots, and it's definitely worth it. Like edge of the green window, it's almost 14% on Hall of Fame, which is what I'm using now. I did try it on gold, and honestly the difference wasn't too crazy, but like I said, it's probably just because I have the muscle memory to just take those kind of shots all the time, and they probably look like drunk shots to you, but I mean, that's just kind of how I play. That's like, you guys see it, bro. I take these shots and I green them a lot. And then at the center of the green window, it's another plus 11%, okay? So look, if it's a high risk, high reward. If you know what you're doing and you're elite at timing your jump shots, you will be fine. If you're not, I will probably take off difficult shots and maybe go the route of like Hall of Fame flexible, because that badge statistically goes crazy. I don't know what it is, but I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't use the cheesy jump shots that everybody else uses and stuff like that, but I've just never been a guy that hits a lot of whites. So, but I'm telling you right now, with volume shooter, I hit more than I normally do. All right, I'm getting a little bit of privilege. All right, now, last thing I want to talk to you guys about. If I didn't mention any badges that you guys have or use in this video, go ahead and comment them down below, and I'll try them out. And then honestly, here's what I'll do. I'll try out your badge or whatever, and if the badge is fire, I'll go ahead and make a video about it and stuff like that. And I'm gonna start shouting y'all out who really show up, Noti Gang and stuff like that, really show up and show out on these videos when I drop them, okay? So if there's any badge that I did not talk about or anything that y'all just wanted to see and let other people know that something is good, hey, comment down below, and if I try it out and I rock with it, I'll make sure I put it in my next video. And I ain't gonna lie, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning, but it's low-key common knowledge. Make sure y'all get jump shot boost. I'm telling you this right now, all the shots I'm greening, I'll tell you right now, jump shot boosts are necessary. I don't know why they're so necessary if I'm supposed to be an elite shooter. Look at me getting chased down and then making that bot play. But look, if you need jump shot boost. Simple, plain and simple, all right? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.